The curry crisis. What's next? Will supermarkets take note? The curry crisis is real, and it's hitting Indian curry houses hard. Restaurants are closing at an alarming rate, while supermarket curry lines struggle to survive. But this crisis isn't just about rising costs or changing consumer habits. It's about something deeper: authenticity. For over 2 centuries, curry in the UK has been misrepresented under a generic Indian label, ignoring its true Tamil origins. Now, as customers demand real authenticity, the industry is paying the price. The core of the crisis: a loss of authenticity. At the heart of the curry crisis lies one undeniable truth. When authenticity is compromised, customers don't return. For decades, the curry industry has relied on mass appeal and standardization, moving away from deep-rooted culinary traditions in favor of what they thought would be commercially successful. But customers are more aware than ever. They can tell when something isn't genuine, and when that happens, they stop coming back. This has already led to the closure of Indian curry houses, but the problem won't stop there. The pre-chili and post-chili era, a forgotten divide. One of the biggest misunderstandings in the curry industry is the failure to recognize the pre-chili and post-chili era in Tamil culinary history. Pre-chili era, before the 16th century. Before the arrival of chili peppers, Tamil cuisine relied on native spices like black pepper, long pepper, tamarind, and aromatic herbs to create depth and heat in their dishes. This was the foundation of early Tamil curries, which had already gained prominence through ancient spice trade routes. Post-chili era, after Portuguese influence. The Portuguese introduced chili peppers and new vegetables from South America to Tamil cuisine, sparking a curry renaissance. Over the next 450 years, Tamil curry evolved under the influence of the Portuguese, Dutch, and British, revolutionizing flavors and inspiring the modern heat found in curries today. The Danish and French also made their contributions, further shaping Tamil culinary traditions. However, while Tamil curry underwent this natural evolution, its identity was later altered for marketing purposes. In the UK, we recognise that our 4 nations, England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, each have distinct languages and culinary cultures within the Union. When Scotland joined the Union in 1707, Scottish haggis and English breakfast were not renamed as British haggis or British breakfast. Their individual heritage was preserved. Yet, when the Tamil regions of southern part of the Indian subcontinent and Ceylon, Sri Lanka, were annexed into British India and British Ceylon, Tamil curry was rebranded as Indian curry purely for marketing convenience. This rebranding began in 1810, long before British India as a formal entity even existed, which was officially established in 1858. However, it is important to acknowledge that this was not an official act by the authorities, but rather a commercial decision made by individuals who marketed curry for profit. This misrepresentation, done for branding purposes over 200 years ago, is one of the root causes of today's curry crisis. By lumping all curries under a single Indian identity, the true diversity, authenticity, and deep history of Tamil curry were erased, and the curry industry is now paying the price. Today, as curry houses shut down and supermarkets struggle to maintain curry lines, it's clear that this branding mistake must be corrected.
Curry is not Indian, it is Tamil.
If the UK respects the individual food heritages of Scotland, England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, then the same should apply to Tamil curry. It is time to restore its true identity. Supermarket curry lines are next to fail. For years, supermarkets have capitalized on the curry boom, offering chilled, frozen, and mass-produced curry products that claim to deliver authentic flavors. The reality? But in a fast food-driven world, consumers are no longer fooled. Selling mass-produced, artificial versions of a dish that is meant to be rich in tradition and depth will only push customers away. Eventually, supermarkets will be forced to drop these curry lines altogether. Why? Mulligatawny soup is a prime example of mass-market misrepresentation, where authenticity was lost and customers were left with a product that doesn't even reflect its true meaning. With the rise of fresh, customizable meal options, customers are moving away from standardized chilled and frozen curries, demanding authenticity and variety instead. With the rise of plant-based, vegan and millet-based diets, supermarket curries, often focused on chicken-heavy, outdated recipes, are falling out of touch with modern consumer expectations. Customers have evolved, and they now recognize that mass-produced curry lacks authenticity, leading them to reject supermarket versions altogether. In an era where fresh, restaurant-quality meals are delivered to their doorstep via Uber Eats and Deliveroo, why would anyone opt for supermarket chilled or frozen curry products? Nando's and Wagamama, thriving with the flavors of the post-chili era. Instead, fast-growing restaurant chains like Nando's and Wagamama are thriving because they unknowingly cater to the post-chili era of curry, offering flavors that feel authentic, even if they aren't explicitly marketed as curry. Nando's peri-peri sauce and Wagamama's katsu curry are undeniably post-chili era creations, reflecting the global evolution of spice-driven cuisine. Meanwhile, supermarkets and traditional Indian curry houses continue to cling to outdated concepts, failing to adapt to evolving consumer expectations. The result? Supermarket curry lines are on the brink of collapse. Customers are moving toward fresh, authentic, and diverse options, leaving outdated, mass-produced curries behind. From my discussions with supermarket teams, it's clear that they have yet to recognize the depth of the curry crisis, or the shifting demands of modern consumers who expect more than just chicken-based, mass-produced curries. The first step is recognizing that curry is not exclusively non-vegetarian. It encompasses a diverse range of vegan, vegetarian, plant-based, including millet, and non-vegetarian options. The BBC's role in the crisis. In the 1980s, the BBC popularized and promoted curry as Indian curry, reinforcing a narrow and historically inaccurate view of its origins. Despite curry being an integral part of Tamil culinary heritage, with a 3,200-year history spanning two traditional habitats across two countries, BBC played a significant role in shaping the UK's perception of curry, but failed to acknowledge its Tamil origins. Now, in the wake of the curry crisis, while major media outlets have addressed the issue, the BBC has yet to engage in a deeper conversation about curry's true origins. The BBC has a duty of care to its licence payers to tell the true history of curry. The BBC is well aware that the Tamil words curry, poppadom, mulligatawny, congee, rasam, and mango have been part of the English language since the 16th century, arriving via the Portuguese, long before the British set foot in the Indian subcontinent. British colonial history isn't just linked to British India, it's also linked to British Ceylon, Sri Lanka. Both regions have Tamil regions, and in fact these regions were included as part of British India and British Ceylon by the British themselves. With its vast reach and resources, the BBC is in a unique position to correct this historical oversight before the industry suffers further losses. Curry lovers, the licence payers, deserve to know the truth, especially since the BBC played a key role in promoting the inaccurate narrative that fueled the curry crisis, even as it helped curry become the nation's favourite dish. What is next? Reclaiming curry's authenticity. The curry crisis is a wake-up call. Restaurants are closing. Supermarket curry is in decline, but there is still a chance to reclaim authenticity and restore trust with customers. It starts with bringing back real Tamil curry just as it was meant to be. The Tamil community reclaims its culinary heritage. 200 years ago, when Tamil curry was misrepresented as Indian curry, the Tamil community was not present in Britain to challenge this misrepresentation. But today, the British Tamil community is vibrant, active, and growing in influence. The UK has now elected its first Tamil MP to Westminster, marking an important milestone in Tamil representation. Moreover, January has officially been recognised as Tamil Heritage Month by the Greater London Authority, with its peak celebration, Thai Pongal, Thanksgiving Harvesting Festival, taking place at 10 Downing Street. The event receives official recognition, with messages from the Prime Minister and opposition leaders acknowledging the contributions of Tamils to British society. Now, as the curry crisis exposes the failure of not just the Indian curry branding, but also various other national adaptations, including the emerging British curry concept, Tamils in the UK are in a position to reclaim, preserve, and celebrate their millennia-old culinary tradition. which is the rightful course of action. The time has come for Tamil curry to reclaim its rightful place, the true, authentic foundation of what the world has long known as curry. Supermarkets, restaurateurs and food leaders must take note before it's too late. The BBC must tell the truth about curry's history and correct its misrepresentation. The customers, the license payers, deserve to know. Join the webinar to save curry from crisis.
Follow us to experience real Tamil curry and its lost heritage, as well as the wild horses of Delft Island. Let us not forget the descendants of the horses that once faithfully served the empire, only to be abandoned when their purpose was deemed fulfilled. A haunting reminder of forgotten loyalty and human neglect. Their story is not just one of survival. It is one of resilience against all odds, a silent yet powerful testament to an overlooked colonial legacy. Stay tuned. I will soon be publishing the full story of these wild horses.
But we are not just raising awareness, we are taking action to help these forgotten animals. As part of our efforts, we will soon be launching 2 initial products. Tamil Portuguese curry powder from Kate's Island, the world's first innovative curry powder, a secret recipe passed down through generations and refined through the Dutch and British eras. Suku coffee, dry ginger-infused coffee. A popular herbal remedy since the European colonial era, cherished for its soothing and warming properties. As someone born and raised in Kates, the first Portuguese colony of the Tamils since the early 16th century, this mission is deeply personal to me. Kates and Delft, 2 neighboring islands, were originally named by the Portuguese, but the Dutch later changed their names to reflect 2 towns in the Netherlands. By bringing these heritage products to market, we are not only reviving lost culinary traditions, but also preserving the untold stories of Tamil history, including those of Delft's wild horses. A portion of the proceeds from these products will go towards supporting efforts to care for the wild horses of Delft Island, ensuring that they are not forgotten and continue to be part of our shared history. 500 years ago, with the arrival of chili, the Tamils transformed from pre-chili era curry paste to the innovation of post-chili era curry powder. Isn't it time for you to make the shift too? Check the description and join the webinar. Please like, share, comment, and thank you for watching.